Hi, everyone. Okay, let me pass this along real quickly. Hey, we'll give everybody a moment to find me. Hi, for those who are just joining me, my name is Lisa Jo Davis, and today I'm going to give you an intuitive card reading. So, as you come into the room, go ahead and let me know that you're here and say hello so that I can write your name down. Okay. Hopefully I will see everybody's messages today. And let's go one more place. So when you come in, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, because I always love to see that part of everyone that comes around. Hi, Claire. I knew you would be here. And you're the very first one on my list to get a card reading today. So we'll do that in just a moment when people start to find us. But I'm very happy that you made it. For those who don't know me, my name is Lisa Jo Davis, and you're either watching me on Enlightened World Network or on my business page, Healing Light with Lisa Jo. We can also be found on YouTube as well. So I'm very excited today as I'm going to be doing some intuitive card readings, and this is the deck I'll be using. It is Kyle Gray's The Angel Guide Oracle cards. And the way this works is you'll think of a question. I don't want you to write it out for me. Just when I call out your name, you need to be present to actually get the card read for you. Nola, I'll write you down too. So, like I was saying, as the time goes forward, um, I'm going to be pulling out a card for each of you that, come forward. And I ask you, when I call your name, you have to be present to get it. If not, I will pass you on to the next person. And then at the end, I'll go back and read the ones that I missed. I did write your name down, Nola, so I hope I didn't hack up your name. So what I do is I ask you to think of your question. If you don't have a question, the card would be a general kind of thing that you need to know. Sometimes we have questions in our mind that we want to have answered, but Spirit has a different idea and wants you to hear what is needed for you to hear at this time. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Okay. Um, and let's see, today's Saturday. Usually at the first Saturday of every month, I'm going to be doing the card readings. The reason I just didn't do it this time around because I had other things that kept me occupied. So I thought I'd make up for it now. And then the first Saturday in September, I will be pulling the card. Hi, Marty. Yes, I will write you down. So the first one is for Claire. So Claire, I'm going to shuffle up the cards and you think about your question that you would like to have addressed. And I put up my background as my normal office so that you would be able to see the cards better, because when I have backgrounds on it, for some reason, it doesn't always want to cooperate with me. Okay. So Claire, here's your card and it's transformation. Can you see that? So what does transformation mean for you? Um, there's twofold for you is what I'm hearing. The first one is you're going through a change and a transformation yourself right now. And that can, if you're not really used to those kind of things, which I know you are, it can be frustrating at times to want to go one route and life is kind of taking you to another route. And, when we are just by ourselves, it's okay. But when you have like family members and friends that you interact with a lot, there's times when their life kind of intermingles with yours. So what you're going through right now is a transformation. And by you doing the transformation, others are going to see a change in you as well. I know that you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. And so this is just a confirmation that it's a transformation. Okay, hope that makes sense to you. And Noha, you're next, and then it's Marty. Give a good shuffle here. Okay. Great. Thank you for letting me know you're still here. Yours is healing energy. Leave this up here for a moment for you to see. What does healing energy mean? So, have you thought about doing energy healing or energy healing energy for others? This is a card that supports that. So, healing energy can come in many different forms. It can come through words that we speak. It can be stories that we tell other people. But basically, what it is if you are in that maybe you already have a healing business, I don't know, but your prayers and your words really help other people. So and if you're needing healing energy, this is also a confirmation that it will be coming to you as well. So I hope that that makes sense to you. I love the green, the wings, and the whole card. It's just really beautiful. So you got a lot of healing energy around you. Okay. So let me see who, Tracy, I'm going to write your name down. Marty, you're next. Vivian. And let me make sure, boy, a lot of people are writing it down. I'm just going to write these. Alcan and Pam. Let's see, Marty. No, okay. Yes, I have everybody wrote down this time. So let me check over here real fast. And over here, so I don't see anything. Okay. So Marty, you're next. Go ahead and think of your card. And for those who don't know, you need to be here when I call out your name. So I'll give everybody a moment to answer me that they're here. If I miss you, I'll go back and call off your name again to see if you still are here as I give you the reading. So it's Marty, Tracy, and Vivian are the next ones. And I do have two other, Pam and Akan as well. So manifestation. So I see manifestation here for you. And I know that you are also an energy worker. So the things that you're learning now through the different modalities that you're doing will be very helpful for you, and it's really going to make a difference. So right now, what is manifesting for you is a success, that you're going to have success with the different modalities that you're learning and being able to kind of intermixed with different modalities. And that's going to give you a lot of support. I'm thinking, though, that you're also going to have some other manifestations come up for you. So just be on the lookout for those. And I hope that makes sense to you. And you're welcome. Michelle, I'll write your name down. And Carol. Okay, Tracy, you're next. And then I have Vivian. And please forgive me if I hack up your name. Akan is Akan. You're after Vivian. Then I have Pam, Michelle, and then Carol. Hey, Tracy, think about your question. Yours is joy and contentment. It's a beautiful card there. She's standing in an open field of golden grain. And as you notice, the sky is multicolored of, colors of the rainbow. She looks very surreal. So what this is telling me is that you're going to have a lot of joy, and when that comes through, you're going to have a contentment that happens for you. Sometimes, it all just comes in at once, or you're in a place in your life right now that maybe joy is there, or you're going to be experiencing joy, and then you're just going to be really satisfied with that. So know that it's coming if it hasn't hit you already, and it's going to be a really nice it's gonna be really nice to have that. I'm trying to get this where it's not so blurry. So hopefully that looks better for you. Yeah, it is lovely. Lynn, I'm gonna write your name down. Okay, Vivian, are you still here, dear? And then Akan, Ken. So, and then it will be Pam and then Michelle. You're welcome. I'm glad that that made sense for you. So, Vivian, are you ready for your card? Okay, before I go forward, I just need you to say yes, that you're here. If not, I'll come back to you. Okay, perfect. That'll work too, a little heart shape. Hey, thank you. And go ahead, and I need you to take a deep breath and exhale, Vivian. And think about your question. Okay, thank you. Yours is called Holy Love. It's a beautiful card. It's kind of self-explanatory, but what I would say is that you have so much love around you. Not only is Mother Mary around you, but your spiritual team is around you, and they are sending you their divine love through, the divine white light, or our divine creator. So right now you're being surrounded by a lot of love that comes from the divine and your spiritual team. So I hope that that makes sense to you. It's a great way when you have your card up here. Let me see if it's a little clearer, is to thank your ancestors. Thank your spiritual team. Thank Mother Mary that is around you and guiding you. They're always just a spoken word away. So all you have to do is, if you already know who's on your spiritual team, or you want to connect with, Jesus or Mother Mary, um, you just call their name out and ask to connect with them. And you already have that instant connection. And this is just a confirmation to let you know that they are around you, they are supporting you. Maybe you've been wondering if anybody's around listening. They're listening. And I hope that really makes sense to you and you understand that message. Okay, it's Akan, Akan, or Akan. Are you still here? Hi, Nikki. I'll add you to the list. And then I have Pam, Michelle, Carol, Lynn, and Nikki. So, Akan, are you still here? All you have to do is just say hello. Great. So I'm going to go ahead and pick your card. Take a deep breath and exhale. And by being here and agreeing that you want a card, you're giving me permission to tap in for that message. Okay, Vivi, I'm glad that you understand that message. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, Akan. I hope I pronounced that right. What a nice card to get, right? It's forgiveness and understanding. I'm going to put this over here so you can try to get an idea of the card. Okay, so what I'm hearing is the situation that you're asking about is going to require kind of two things. One, that you either forgive yourself for your participation, or you need to forgive another person for their participation. And when you do that, try to remember that there's understanding that goes along with forgiveness. And when you give that forgiveness and ask to see the real truth of the matter, you're going to have a broader understanding of your situation. So sometimes we just need to step back and let other people show us who they are or what they are. If you're having a communication issue with someone, and maybe there was just a misunderstanding because we all talk different languages, right? Sometimes I will tell a client that, okay, we're having a conversation and this is what I'm telling you right now. And then you would turn around and you would say, okay, this is, or the other person would say, okay, this is what I'm hearing you say. So I'm hearing you say that you want an oracle card reading. And then the other person in return would say, yes, you're correct. I want an oracle card reading. So you need to make sure that when you're having a conversation, you repeat what what you heard the other person say. So by that, you eliminate any kind of confusion. No, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean I want an oracle card drawing now. I want it tomorrow. And so, of course, it's just an example, but what I'm being seen is it's a back and forth communication that happens, but you guys are missing the points. And then you get flustered. You have the Mercury retrograde that's happening, and that has to do with communications. So there's a lot of heightened energy that's out, and there's a lot of miscommunications that can happen. So, forgive that person, forgive yourself, try to understand what the other person is saying. And if you don't understand what they're saying, or you even have questions about what the conversation is, you need to ask questions. You may even have to ask the other person, did you understand what I'm saying? And they may say, well, yeah, it's this. And you're like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. And sometimes you just have to reword your conversation. Also, for anybody, if you're having any kind of difficulties with communication, whether it's a written communication, a speech, maybe it's some kind of conversation you're going to have with somebody else, it's a really hard conversation to have, just ask Archangel Gabriel to come in and help you with the words, so that the other people understand your point. So I hope you understood that message. And Pam, you're next, Michelle, Carol, and then Lynn, and then Nikki. So Pam, I would imagine you're still there. But yes, you are. And then Michelle, you'll need to let me know that you're still here. And Carol, you'll need to know. Let me know. And again, think of a question that you might want to ask. And if you don't have a question, it's just a general guidance of what you need to know. Sometimes we'll ask a question or want to know a question, but Spirit has a different message for you that may not even relate to your question. So if it's hopefully I try to make the intention of answering the question that you have currently. So Pam, I'm going to go ahead and draw your card, but I actually need you to take a breath in and exhale when you're ready. Very good. So your card is all about compassion. What I'm hearing is your situation is wrapped around for you to have compassion towards somebody else or a different situation. You're a very loving person, and sometimes, like all of us, our mouth as we speak can be um, very sharp and very to the point, because that's who you are, right? But sometimes it can be a little rough. And so Spirit is asking you to have a little more compassion in the conversation about this situation. And sometimes you just need to step back and view the situation or your experience from a different perspective. So I hope that makes sense to you, but it's just calling you, Spirit just wants you to know to have a little bit of compassion right now. Count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then, think about the situation with compassion. So I think that will help a lot. And I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that you understood the message. And Jody, I will add you. You're after Nikki. So Michelle, thank you for letting me know. Carol and Lynn, I need you to let me know that you're still here. You're welcome, Pam. Hi, Amber. I will add you to the list. And I know Michelle's here, so I need Carol and Lynn to let me know that you're still around. Signs and reminders. So like this card, there's butterflies, feathers, rainbows. Um, you can see that. So just look around you. Sometimes we want to know, like when we talk to God or we talk to our spirit guides or our higher self or guardian angels, we want to know. It could even be somebody that's passed away. And sometimes it's just what you want to know, if you're on the right track, or you want to know something about your family. When you have these questions, and whether they are questions to our creator or prayers to our creator or loved ones that have passed on or people that we're concerned about, ask for signs. And sometimes these signs can be pennies, they can be songs, it can even be from a conversation that you overhear someone talking about. If you're, walking around and you see a feather, these are all ways of spirit communicating with us. Yes, we heard you, or yes, you're right, or the help is coming. It's just little conversations. Maybe you're asking, you can even ask, can you show me a sign? And maybe your sign that you would love to see would be birds or even butterflies. And let's say you're looking through a magazine and then there's a big picture of a magazine, or you're watching TV and there's a picture of a butterfly on TV or a commercial. These are still ways to get your attention. It can even be a song that you haven't heard from a long time but reminds you of things. So just look out for those signs and reminders that you're not being lost, that you are being heard, that they're working. No prayer goes unanswered. It may take a little while for those prayers to get to you because some doors need to be shut before the other doors can be opened. But if you're waiting for confirmation that you being heard, there's many different ways that spirit will let us know that yes, we heard you and we're working on it. So just look out for those signs, okay? And I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, a bunch of new people. So let me go ahead and, okay, Carol, are you still here? Yes, you are. Thank you for letting me know you're next. And then I have Lynn B. And then I have Nikki, Jody, and Amber. And let me write these other names down. And that was Carol and Deepa. Good. I'm glad that you are understanding those signs. So sometimes I will pull a card for somebody else and it's not for you, but you may relate to what I'm saying to another person. It's not a coincidence, right? So you are going to be learning always from other people's cards that they receive. It may be something that holds true for you as well. So Carol, you're next, and then Lynn. Lynn, are you still here, dear? Okay, Carol, I'm going to draw a card for you. Think about your question. And if you don't have a question, this will just be a general message for you. Oh, nice. Courage and bravery. Your situation is requiring you to have a lot of courage and also to be brave as you're going through your experience, right? Sometimes we have experiences that the end is not what we know, right? We can't see down in front of us. And, sometimes when we go off path or we take a new path, that's good for us, or we hesitate because we're not sure. We're a little bit kind of concerned about whether it's a good step for you or whether it's not a good step for you, whether you should go forward or you should run away. This is telling you to have courage and proceed forward. It does take courage and bravery, but if you can see, she's got a shield, right? And she's got her flag and a um, very nice bright colors around you. So you are being supported and you will have the courage and the bravery to go forward. And sometimes this is also needed when you have to go forward with things that you really don't want to deal with because it may be hurtful or it's just really hard for you, but you're going to be okay. You do have that bravery within you that's going to come up and allow you to have the courage to move forward, even if it's something that you're not looking forward to. So I hope that makes sense to you. So Lynn, are you here, dear? I will put you on my list. So I have, if I call out your name and you're not here, I will call your name out again. Um, because you need to be here to hear the message. Um, you're welcome, Carol. So I'm going to go ahead and circle Lynn. If you're here, go ahead and let me know. I'm going to move on to Nikki, and then Jody. So Nikki, are you here, dear? Just let me know. So I have Nikki, Jody, and then Amber. And okay. Michelle B, I do have your name down as well. And you're after Amber. Okay, so this card is going to be for Nikki. I just need you to let me know that you're still here. If not, I will move on to the next person, then call out your name again. Because, hi, Carrie. Because sometimes we just need to go and then we need, we come back. So I'm going to go ahead and circle Nikki's name and I'll come back and ask. Jody, are you still here? And Amber. Just go ahead and let me know you're still here or I will go to the next person. Amber, are you here? Okay. Amber, you're here. Okay. Thank you. So I still need to hear from Lynn, Nikki, and Jody. Amber, I'm going to go ahead and pull your card. And the next person after Amber is Michelle Broth or Broth, B-R-B-O-R-T. Borth, B-O-R-T-H. So you're still here too. I see you. Okay. So this is for Amber. I'm going to go ahead and pull your card. And I just need you to take a breath in and exhale. Okay, I've connected. Thank you. Divine timing. So hopefully you can see this card. So your situation is about divine timing. We as humans have no patience. If we do, it's very little patience, right? Because we live in a society where you go on a computer and you type out something and you get instant responses, right? Or, we change a channel on TV and it comes whatever, we want to watch, it comes all together. But sometimes we want things to happen, but we want them to happen like yesterday. Sometimes it's all about divine timing because it's not the right time yet. It doesn't mean it's not going to come. What it means is it can also mean that certain doors need to be shut before other doors can be opened. I'm sensing that it will happen for you, your question that you have, but it may take a little longer. So don't give up. It is all about divine timing, because if you got something that you wanted and it wasn't good timing, it's not going to work out. So, especially if it has to do with other people's involvement with you, it has to be a right combination with all people who are involved, for it to be divine timing and for things to go forward for you. So I hope that makes sense to you. Have a little patience. It is going to come forward for you. I hope that makes sense to you. Hi, Anna. Yes, I'll put you on the list. And that was for Amber, and then Michelle Berth, you're next. And then I have Deepa, and then ES. So Lynn, if you're still, if you happen to come back, let me know. I have Nikki that I'm still waiting to hear from, and Jody. So if you guys came back, let me know so I can pull a card from you for you, but I'm going to move on down the list for the people who are still here. So Amber, you're saying that that makes perfect sense. I'd love to hear about these kind of things when the card makes sense for you, because then it just helps me. It literally gives me a confirmation that I'm on the right track. So Michelle, I'm going to do you, and then Deepa. Carrie, I do have you down too. So Michelle, hopefully I pronounced your name right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. So yours is take charge and action. Thank you, Deepa, for letting me know you're still here. Okay, so take charge and action. You've been waiting too long. You've been waiting too long, and it's now time to step up. And don't be overpowering, but it's time for you to step up in your leadership skills. You have the skills, but you let other people kind of lead the way. But in this instance, you're going to have to do that yourself, to step up. It may actually be a relief for somebody else to not have that responsibility. And, when you take charge, that means you're taking action. And this is what is needed for your situation. Just ask Creator, ask your higher self, ask your spirit guide, your ancestors to assist you and to support you as you step up. Don't rush into anything really fast. Remember, it's all about, saying the proper words and being sensitive on other people's needs. Nobody wants to feel like they're a failure. So you may have to step up in a very gentle way. But when you do, I think that moving forward, other people are going to appreciate that you did step up. So I do hope that makes sense to you. And okay, Michelle, that was your, or Michelle, that was your card. And then Deepa, I saw that you said that you were here. So ES, I need to know if the two letters E and S, that you're still here. And Carolyn, yes, I will write your name down too. So Deepa, I'm going to do your card and then ES and then Carrie. So if you guys can let me know that you're here as when I pull a card for Deepa. Okay, you're here too. Thank you both for letting me know that you're here. You're welcome, Michelle. Okay, Deepa, here we go. Think of your question, dear. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull out a card for you. Opportunity and change. So I'm going to try to hold this card up so you can see it. Opportunity and change. What does that mean? Just what it says. It means that you're going to have opportunity and there's just going to be some changes that happen around you. These are really good opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves to you. And it may have already presented, but you weren't ready to maybe take that action. I will say that sometimes opportunities can seem scary because it's like the unknown about maybe being judged or am I ready to do this or not do this? But it is time for you to take advantage of the opportunities that are around you, and it's going to bring a much needed change. And as you can see on the card, there's birds flying up in the air. There's harmony with a bird on her hand. So it is a good move for you to go forward. And if those opportunities haven't presented themselves as of yet, they will very soon. And it's going to be a good change for you. So I do hope that you understand this card for you. Okay. ES, you're next. And then Carrie, yes, thank you for letting me know you're here. And then it's Anna and then Carolyn. So ES, go ahead and take a breath in and exhale, and then think about your question. If you don't have a question, then this card is something that you need to know. And sometimes we all have questions, but Spirit wants you to know something else. So I always do my best to try to answer the questions. And I don't have you put them down, right? So I'm being guided. I can't just read your question and feed the card that I pick up for you. I can't feed that into your question. So it's for me, it's more authentic for me to be able to show you that I can connect with you. And it doesn't matter where you live, if you're on the other side of the world. This is how I am able to connect with you. It's just that way. And when I do, um, do sessions, private sessions, and I do that through Zoom, it doesn't matter where you live, because when we connect, everything, it's just as though that we're face to face. So this is also a way of showing you that I can answer some of the questions that you have or some of your concerns, no matter where you are, or even having you write it up of, what your question is. Okay, ES, here we go. Do the work. And what does that mean for you? It means do the work. It's a simple statement, but oftentimes we don't understand this. I do think that you understand it. And what I'm getting at is it's not going to come to you very easily, right? It's not going to be handed to you on a silver or gold plate. It does require a participation from you to do the work. It could be work that you need to do on yourself. It could be, some steps that are remaining that you haven't done. So whatever it is, finish up your projects, or maybe it's some kind of insight that you need to have for yourself. Maybe you need to, dive deeper into the way that you think about things. But this is telling you that you do need to do some work to handle your situation. And sometimes doing the work can be hard, right? Sometimes we have to peel back the different layers of onion. That's what I use. I kind of give, like, when you're working on yourself, you may, for example, you may forgive somebody. Okay, I've done that. How come am I still feeling this way? Well, you actually need to maybe do some more work on your situation. So, because when you start peeling back the layers, your body has a tendency to protect you, and it won't let you do things that you're not ready to do. So if something is coming up that or are not looking forward to facing, you really do need to face some of those challenges head on. And when that piece of layer is off, then you can deal with everything. And once all those different layers have been unpeeled like an onion, you're going to have a rose that's in the middle of the onion. So moving forward, it does take, self-help as well. Okay, let me see here. Let me write some names down. Weather and Polly, Bridget, okay. So let me read this. So Deepa was saying that her message made a lot of sense to her, as well as some of the other cards that resonated with her as well. And you're welcome. Yes, for her, she says it's kind of like multiple card drawings. Perfect. You couldn't have said it any better, right? And for those who would like to work with me privately, you can look up my services at lisajodavis.com. All my links are also down below. Okay, so Carrie, you're here, so you're next. And then Anna and Carolyn, I need to know that you guys are still in watching. Okay, thank you, Carrie, for letting me know. So Anna and Carolyn, you're next after Carrie. And I'll call a couple names ahead of time so that you guys know that you're next. If you leave the room and you come back, if I've called your name, I will repeat at the end so that I can still give you your card. Okay, great. Okay, Carrie, here we go. So Carrie, your card is forgiveness and understanding. So your situation does require you to have forgiveness for your situation and how everybody reacted in the situation. And when you forgive, whether it's yourself or somebody else, and look at your situation in a different perspective, you will have a better understanding. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard for us to have understanding. But I think that once you start talking a little bit more and you do some forgiveness, or that other person does forgiveness, it will you will come to a better understanding. And sometimes, it's just really hard to have communication with another person because they think differently than what you think. And sometimes no matter what you say, you can't get your point across. So if that happens to you or anybody else that's listening, give it over to Creator. Sometimes we just need to hand things over to the higher realm to allow the healing to take place. But I do think that as you're listening, you're going to have an understanding and you're going to be able to forgive everybody that is involved. So I hope that makes sense to you. And that was for Carrie, Anna, and then Carolyn. Thank you for letting me know that you're here. Okay, and then I just need to know if Anna is still in the room. And then we have Wither. Okay, so Anna, are you still here? Okay, and I see Carolyn has answered Wither is here. Okay, thank you, Anna. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you, and then it'll be Carolyn. Anna, if you could take a breath in and release so I can connect with you. Okay, can you do that one more time for me, please? Okay, thank you. So your card is listen deeply. So as in the card, this man here, he has like an angel that is behind him. It could be a spirit guide, it could be a family member. But what this card is telling you is to listen deeply. And how do you listen deeply? Sometimes it's a voice that sounds like your own voice in your mind, but maybe they're using words that you wouldn't normally use. So you can go to your heart space when you're trying to connect. But there's messages that are being sent to you to let you know that you are being supported. It may not seem like, you may feel like you're kind of left on your own, but you're not. You are surrounded with your spiritual team, and you just need to acknowledge. You don't need to acknowledge them, but when you do acknowledge them, it's a lot better. You'll get your messages, and you can go into your heart space and connect and ask your question or talk about your concerns, and just know that you are being supported, and you just need to open up the ability to allow yourself to think and to listen. It's like okay, so it's like putting a stamp on a letter. You go to the mailbox, you drop off your letter, and you really don't worry about it getting to where it needs to go because you have faith that the post office is going to deliver it, right? It's the same way with prayers or concerns that we have when we're talking to our creator, we're talking to our higher self, or, our spiritual guides or ancestors. It's just know that when you put out that request, it has been heard. It may not come as fast as you want, but allow yourself to be open enough to hear the answer. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. So that was for Anna. Carolyn, you're next. And you're welcome, Carrie. Yeah, sometimes you just need to think about what was said, but it will come to you. Okay, so Carolyn and then Wither and Polly and Bridget. And you're welcome, Anna. Hey, Carolyn, this is for you. Your card is ease and grace. Can you see in the hand, there looks like there's water flowing from one hand to the other. And he's raised up off of the ground, kind of in a meditative sitting position. And behind him is, pardon me, he has great balance on one leg. If I could only do that position, I think it would be worth having a picture of. But you can see he's got the tranquility about him. He's in his kind of Zen moment. He is connecting himself with the ground or with the earth and above. He has the water that's flowing from one hand to the other. And it almost looks like a waterfall that's coming out. So just know that there's times when we just need to back away from a situation and allow things to happen. Having the ease of knowing that you're being taken care of and the grace of our creator that is coming forward to help you. It's just a really good card to have. And you are being supported by the divine. So I hope that card makes sense to you, but just allow it. It's like swimming in the river. You can either go against the current or you can flow with the current. When you swim against it, it can take you longer to get to your destination. But if you go with the flow, with the way that the river is running, it moves a lot smoother. So I hope you understand that card. And that was for Carolyn. Hey, and Weather with Wither. Are you still here? And then Polly and Bridget. I also still have Lynn, Nikki, and Jody. If you guys came back, let me know and I'll pull a card for you because my time's almost up. So, Weather, are you here? If you are, let me know. And I'm going to move on to Polly. Hey, Polly here. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. Okay. I'll get you next, Whether this card is for Polly, Sacred Plan. So you're in the midst of a sacred plan. And what does that mean? Our lives are pretty much destined already before we even come here, but having free will allows us to have the ability to change it. But even if we kind of go off path, we will still be led back to the path. And what you're going through is the sacred plan for you. So it is a blessing because it's coming from our divine, right? So she looks a very happy as, this essence is flowing through her. So it's a very supportive card to have, and that what you're going through is predestined for you. And it's a really good card to have. You're on the right track. Okay. Okay. Okay, that was for Polly and weather. Okay, let me go up here real quick. I'm gonna pull your card next, but I want to see if there's any other questions or other people. Sometimes I have this on a couple of different places and I don't always see. Okay, so those are all good. Last time I did cards, I missed a whole bunch of people and I felt really, I felt really bad for them. Okay, so all is good. Let me go ahead and close that out. Okay. K and N. I'm writing names down real quick. So Megan. Okay. So wither, I'm going to go ahead and pull your card now. Take a deep breath and exhale. Oh, nice card. It is angelic protection. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's Archangel Michael there, or this card represents Archangel Michael with the shield and his sword. Right now, you are being protected by Archangel Michael. And there's a seal of protection that I'm going to show you or anybody else. So as you can see, this is his shield of protection symbol. So it's like north, south, east, and west with arrows at the end of each line. So you can put this, you can either draw it out or you can use your fingers and air draw it. And this symbol you can put on your vehicles. I do this like when we go for a long drive or we're traveling and stuff. I might do it on my steering wheel or in the front of, when we went from California to Texas, when we moved, I put it on the front of the car, the back of the car, and on all four of our doors. So you can put it on your children's backpacks. Again, you can air draw it. You don't have to, write it out or make, this out where it can be seen. You can put it on your doors, on your windows of your home, on your purse or your wallet. So this just kind of gives you that added protection. I've actually even, hand drew it on my chest as well. So if you feel like you need that extra protection, go ahead and draw this symbol. But Archangel Michael is and around you and giving you that protection that you need. So there's no reason to fear anything, it's, and for anybody else, if you want to have that added security, all you have to do is just ask Archangel Michael to come and be with you. You can put on his blue cloak around you for protection as well. So a lot of different ways to ask him. And like with all the archangels, all you have to do is ask that they be with you. You're not taking them away from anybody, so don't feel guilty that somebody may need them more than I do. So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. Bridget, let me see, are you still here? Okay, so I have okay, I did that one. So I have Bridget and KN. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Bridget. I'll pull a card and then KN. letters of K and N. If you're still here, let me know. And then I have Megan and Andrea. Okay. Hey, Bridget, here we go. Go ahead and take a deep breath here and exhale when you're ready. Hey, listen deeply. I don't know if you heard, there was another person who had the same card, but basically what this means is that you just need to listen. It's like a prayer that goes out, and you may have a question, you may have a prayer or a concern, and you may be asking a creator, you may be asking your higher self or your spiritual team. When you ask a question or you have concerns and you want to know whether anybody hears you, some of them can be the different symbols that come out, like birds and feathers and coins and music and things like that. But there's times when we will actually get the answer to our question in our mind, but the voice could be different than yours, but the voice could sound exactly like you. So in this case, what I suggest is if you're hearing a voice that sounds like you, but maybe they're using words that you don't use, ask that voice or that person, entity, guide to use a different tone. So when I first started hearing things in my mind, it was in my own voice. And I'm like, is this really me? Or is it somebody that's talking to me in my mind? And what it was, of course, it was my guides talking to me, and I call it my inside ear and not my outside ear. So I had to ask them to use a different kind of tone in the voice. But now I'm at the point where I sense a different change in the atmosphere. But going back to your card, you are supported, and you do have those that are helping and from the other side. And it's really nice to have that support there for you. So just know that you just maybe need to quiet the mind a little bit to hear your answers. Okay. And that was for Bridget. So I'm going to go over some names of people that I passed over because they either didn't respond or they left. KN is the next one. So Lynn, if you're still here, let me know. Nikki or Jody. Nikki, Jody, or Lynn, if you're still here, let me know. Thank you, KN. I'm going to go ahead and do your card now. And then Megan L and Andrea, you guys are next up. So KN, I'm going to shuffle these cards. Go ahead and take a deep breath, please, and exhale when you're ready. Ask and receive. So you've been praying for yourself and for others. So it is going to come, and you are going to receive, right? You've done all the right things. You've done all the right steps. Just know that it is coming to you. Have a little patience. It's about divine timing a lot of times. Some things need to come to an end, or a chapter needs to close. A door needs to close. And when those things are completed, the doors start opening. So when you ask, and you will be receiving it, never soon enough, right? It's, as a human, we always want things to come a lot faster than they are. But just know that you have been listened to, your prayers are going to be answered, and just have faith that it is coming to you. So you're doing good. Just hang in there a little longer. But you have asked and you will be receiving. So I hope that makes sense to you. So Bridget said that makes a lot of sense to her. Okay, Megan, I did see that you had a question about an owl. I'm not really knowledgeable to the extent that I can tell you what that means. But what I can say is you can always Google the meaning of an owl in a dream. So, it's obvious that you consider an owl your kind of totem. And when you have these owls in a dream, it just signifies, whatever that animal needs to be. I know that the owl represents wisdom, education, and seeing the unknown, and there's probably a whole lot of other things, so I'm not going to sit here and waste your time on that, and it's not really a waste, but I will pull a card for you, and it may make you understand. um but if you have an affinity for the owls and you already have tattoos of them and it's coming in your dream, it is your totem owl is your totem animal. So just look up animal spirits as you Google. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up a card. Like I said, I'm not real knowledgeable of dream interpretations. So what I would say is how this relates to you, and maybe it relates to the owl that you've seen in your dream, is opportunity and change is coming. So when you look up your the meaning of an owl dream or even an animal spirit owl, so those are what you're going to look under, it's probably going to give you a better definition of what this means along with this card. So it just means this card represents opportunity and change that is coming for you. So it is a good card. She actually has a bird. It's not an owl, but she has a bird sitting on her hand. How appropriate that is. It's still a bird species. So I do hope that that makes you more sense to you. And I'm sorry that I don't really have a lot of information that I could tell you about the owl or what the owls represent for you. Because in dream interpretation, depending on what the color of the owl was, what the owl was doing, where you saw it, and all that, it can have a whole lot of different meanings to it. So Megan, you're next. Oh, Megan, that was you for you. I'm sorry. Andrea, you're welcome, Megan. I'm sorry that again that I'm not schooled in that. There's things I can do, and then there's things I can't do as well. And then this is the last call for Lynn, Nikki, or Jody. So Andrea, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards for you. Go ahead and take a breath in and exhale when you're ready. Hey, right now you have angelic protection around you. You're being really supported. not only by Archangel Michael, but by many different angels. Um, but what I'm hearing is he wants to work with you more. I know that you probably already call upon him. Again, here's the symbol in case you didn't see it. It's Archangel Michael's seal of protection. You can put that on your body with your finger. You can air draw it. You can put it on your vehicle, grandchildren, anything, your doors, your windows, your bank account. You can put this symbol on to get added protection. But what I'm hearing is that he wants to work one-to-one with you. And the way that you would do that is just by, grounding yourself first, getting in a spot as kind of a sacred place that you're not going to be bothered, and ask him to come forward. You're not going to be taking him away from anybody else. He can be at many different places at many different times. But by connecting with him is a great way to feel his presence. So when you call in Archangel Michael, or what I would say is when I call in Archangel Michael, he has a very big presence for me. I tend to get really overheated. The room, I get really warm when he's around. But by calling him in and learning how your atmosphere changes, how because you are an empath, and so you're going to connect with him by feeling his energy as well. And by learning, when he steps into your presence, you will start learning that, oh, wow, he's right here with me now. And so that's kind of like with all the different archangels, whether it's Archangel Michael or Archangel Raphael or Archangel Gabriel, they all have a different presence and a different energy about them. So working with one at a time, just pull him in, ask him to let you feel his energy, and you're going to be able to feel that way and feel his energy. But what I'm hearing is he definitely wants to work one-to-one with you. So once you've recognized his energy, you can, perhaps he has a message for you, or a task that he wants to help you with. So go ahead and connect with him to get that message. But you are being protected by him as well. Oh, thank you very much, Andrea. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to do one last roll call, and then I'm going to be off. So Lynn, this is your last chance for Lynn, Nikki, or Jody. And if either one of you or any of the three are here, go ahead and let me know that you're here by commenting in the comments so that I can pull a card from you. And for those who want to know, all of my links are down below. Allison, yes, I can pull a card for you. If you want to work with me privately, you can do that. All my links are below. I'm also on YouTube. I have, I believe, 84 videos up on my YouTube under Healing Light with Lisa Jo. So there's all different topics, activations that are on there that you can connect with. If you want a private session, we can do that too. You can book it at lisajodavis.com under services. You can sign up for the newsletter because I will be having that out hopefully starting next month. I think I will have it all set up. I'm collecting emails. So if you've already worked with me in the past, I do have your email, so I can put you there as well. So Allison, go ahead and think of your question as I pull your card. Okay, your card is strength and guidance. I hope this allows you to see the card better. It's funny how it doesn't look really clear, but you get the idea, right? And so what does your card mean for you? The guidance is there for you. You just need to tap into it a little more, quiet your mind. You want to go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted. If that means, going to your bedroom and sitting on your bed, or and closing the door, going outside and, connecting. You're going to want to ground yourself by, there's many different ways you can go outside and walk in the dirt or the grass, the sand. You can work with plants inside your house as well. And you need to ground, and then you would go in, take a couple of cleansing breaths, go into the heart space and allow the guidance to come forward. And the guidance usually comes from Creator, your spiritual team, your ancestors, your higher self, your guardian angels. And just know that you're very strong. You're a very strong person to go through what you're going through. And you will have that guidance. And it's just like you just ask a question. You could even write your questions down before you start asking your questions, because sometimes we forget, at least I do. And sometimes I need to write my questions down, and then I can go in and ask, right? And this is how I did it when I first started. You are also an empath, so I do believe that you already kind of know what I'm talking about. And just know that the strength that you have in you, the inner strength that you have, is going to come in really handy. And the guidance that you're seeking is going to come within your mind, within your heart. And you're going to know, of course, you can always, if you're unsure, you can always kind of filter it through the gut or through your stomach, your solar plexus, because the gut doesn't lie. When you know something's not the right thing, you have that overwhelming sense of no, 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 I know. So if you're hearing yes, 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 just know that you do have that strength, that inner strength within you, and you do have the ability to connect, to get those answers for the guidance that you're needing. Okay, so Allison, I'll keep you in mind for some prayers, um, that you can do that. And Angelina, yes, I will pull a card in a moment for you. So Allison, I'm glad that you're walking barefooted and that you're working through the garden. Ask that ask your angels, ask Archangel Raphael to send you healing to your knee. We all have that ability to also help ourselves. And it's as simple as just taking your hands and placing them over the area and asking that the energy be sent through to you, through your hands, to your body part that you need the extra healing from. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to Allison and Mary Ann. You're the last person I'm going to do today. So Allison, I'm going to pull a card from you for now. So Allison, your card is raise your vibrations. How do you do that, right? So let me tell you, sometimes our thoughts really define how we're going to feel for the day. Even outside sources can really make us feel differently. The environment that you're in, you know, your family, sometimes your families can have disagreements or miscommunications, and it can change our mood. But you need to kind of rise above that because you're going to do this for yourself. And raising your vibrations can be as simple as doing something for yourself, like self-care. Um, you know, go get a massage, a foot massage, go get your nails done. You could cook something for yourself that you really, really like. You can turn on the music and dance to your favorite songs. You know, take some time out for yourself and, you know, go, you know, smell the flowers, go work outside. Whatever it is that makes you really, really happy, those are the things that are going to bring happiness to you, and it raises your vibrations. Maybe you have little children or grandchildren that are around and they make you really happy. You're going to want to allow yourself to feel happy. So whatever it is that makes you happy, that's how you can you know, raise up your vibrations. And when you do that, you know, you're going to feel so much better. And it is an effort sometimes. Sometimes you just don't feel good, right? And you're like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But you're the only one that can do it at times. You know, sometimes we're our worst critic. And sometimes we're our best cheerleader. Sometimes we have to be our cheerleader for ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? So if you feel like coloring in a coloring book or going swinging on a swing, allow yourself that happiness, allow yourself to dance around. And those are awesome ways of raising your vibration. So I hope that makes sense to you. And the last card I'm going to be pulling is for Mary Ann. So, Mary Ann, please allow yourself to take a breath in and exhale as I connect with you. You actually had two cards that came out. So the first card that came out is composure. That's kind of self-explanatory, right? Sometimes we can have a lot of things happening around us, and it's hard to not be critical. It's hard not to be judgmental. And because you're a person that really sees details, right? And sometimes you do tend to lose your patience a little bit. So this is a time that you're being asked to keep your composure, to allow yourself to just be be present in the present moment, right? You're washing dishes. Okay, I'm washing dishes. Am I happy about washing dishes? No, but once it's done, it's going to allow me to have more free time. And I know that might not really make sense to you, but it, this situation that you're asking about, you need to have composure. Allow yourself that moment to see what happens. Don't try to rush things. Don't drag your feet. Just live in the moment. If you're getting a lot of hugs and attention from your loved ones, allow yourself to absorb that, to live in that moment of love. The second card that came out is Trust the Universe. And that all goes hand in hand with having composure. Trust that the universe or our creator always has the best intentions for you. And sometimes our choices can really affect the outcome of our circumstances. So trust that the universe does have the best possible outcome for you in mind. So I hope that makes sense to you. And I'm going to give one last call out to Lynn, Nikki, and Jody. So if you guys are here, you came back, let me know and I'll pull a card from you for you. And I want to thank everybody for showing up today for yourself and for allowing me to tap into you to give you a card or a message that was much needed for you. It was really needed for you to hear the message. I'll get the right words out. I do, Angelina, I did pull a card for you already. So I'm pretty sure I pulled a card for you. Maybe I didn't. I apologize. So I will go ahead and pull a card for Angelina. This is weird. I thought I pulled a card for you. Okay, I apologize, but I will pull a card for you. Your name's not even wrote down. So as I do these, I cross them, and I do remember seeing your name. So I do apologize, and you will be the last one that I do. Yeah, well, there was an Allison too earlier. So yeah. Okay, I will pull your card now. You can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay, blessings and abundance. And that's a really, really nice card to have. Let me see. So let me go ahead and write something to listen to the end of the video to hear your message. Okay. Okay, so just in case you can't hear me, I'm going to go ahead and I just let you know that if you can't hear me, I'll go ahead and do your card now. But if you can't hear me, you're going to need to go to my business page or to YouTube and just kind of fast forward to the end so that you can hear your reading. So yours is blessings and abundance. Hopefully you can see this card. Okay, so you are having some blessings that are going to be coming to you. And these blessings are going to be bringing abundance as well. And abundance can come in many different forms. It can come in friendships. It can come in travel. It can come in as love or new friendships or money. So anything that is a blessing to you right now, you're going to just be really, really happy. And to bring those kind of things to come to you faster is being grateful for everything that you already have in your life. And when you are grateful and you express the gratitude that you have for the littlest things, it brings in more abundance. It kind of signifies, hey, I'm really happy here, and more will come to you. So I hope that that makes sense to you, and I hope you were able to hear it. So thank you, everyone, for being here with me today. My links are down below, and if you want to work with me privately, you can set that up on lisajodavis.com. Talk to you later.